surprise, surprise, the world number one Jannik Sinner is really, really good at tennis. Yes, he dismantled Ben Shelton at Wimbledon today. The big serving American could not handle the world number one, and he dispatched him in a quick game on court number one today. Today we're going to go over how he's doing it, what his tournament is looking like, and what his prospectus is for the future. And yes, in my opinion, I think he's going to win it. But yes, I'll explain why my thinking and what my thinking is behind this. But let's dive deep into this game against Ben Shelton, which was pretty much a masterclass in how to return and serve. But yes, make sure you like, subscribe, and comment on my new YouTube channel. We're going to try and grow this community here, this big tennis community, and try and get more people involved in this. So a like, subscribe, and a comment will go a long, long way. So appreciate all the love and support on this. So yes, let's get straight into the video about Jannik Sinner and how he dismantled Ben Shelton today. The key tone that I noticed today from Jannik Sinner was how well he was serving. Jannik Sinner, who already played a tough game against Matteo Berrettini in the second round of Wimbledon, where he found an issue in the third set and the fourth set got really tight, but he's showing a lot of signs of things that a champion does do. The world number one was serving unbelievably today, hitting the 80% in the first two sets and winning almost 80% of his points on either first or second serves, which is just mind-boggling. And I think the key behind the Wimbledon charge has to be that massive serve he has. The way he places his serve is so good as well. So I think that big tone that I noticed for today was obviously he has a huge forehand, but that serve consistency is going up and up. And if he can keep it in above the 85%, he's going to be very, very difficult to stop. And I probably see Novak or Carlos being able to stop him, but will they stop him is another question. A note to be made about Ben Shelton today, he did look very, very fatigued, and he did look like a player that has been playing a lot longer than Jannik Sinner has. He just played yesterday as well, finished off one of his matches and came back to play the world number one, which is no easy feat. So we can cut him a bit of slack there. His serve wasn't firing as it usually was, but I think Jannik Sinner nullified that threat so well. His return was so good today as well. When Ben Shelton was getting the ball into play, Jannik Sinner was just returning a lot of his serves, and that really set the tone for those first few sets especially, and creating that base for him to just accelerate and take that match out of Ben Shelton's hands. But yes, I think Jannik Sinner, as you would expect a world number one to do, he just imposed himself a lot more on Ben Shelton, and I think it was so important that Jannik Sinner had a performance like this after backing up from Matteo Berrettini's. You saw Carlos Alcaraz have a tough games against Francis Tiafoe, and he also had a tough game this afternoon as well, which went to 4 sets against Hubert. And Jannik Sinner, he has had Berrettini a test, but now he's had a bigger test in Ben Shelton on paper, and he has rose above it, and he has played some tennis which has just been ridiculous. And yes, this is one of the key reasons is why I believe he is going to win Wimbledon this season and this year. But yes, the key tone that I noticed today was the percentage of his serves going up, and when that happens, good things will happen to Jannik Sinner, and it allows his forehand to just be so more open. And once you have those 1-2 combinations against Sinner, it is so difficult to stop, and it's pretty much almost impossible to stop. But let me talk about his prospectus for his future in the next week. As I mentioned, a few of his matches, he's now getting more and more tested against bigger servers, against people who have different qualities, and I think he's getting more and more well-rounded. I think being on the same side of Alcaraz's draw is problematic after what happened in Roland Garros, but I think Jannik Sinner has adapted to grass so well, similar to a sense what Carlos did last year when he played Queens, won it, and then went on to win Wimbledon. Is it going to be a similar sense of him go to Halle, winning in Halle, and then winning Wimbledon? I believe so, because I just think his movement on grass is so good in the moment. Last year he did struggle in that movement, especially in that semi-final against Novak. I think this year he's adjusted, his team has got a lot better, he's become a lot more of a smarter tennis player, and his game is massive now. That serve is just so crucial to what he wants to do and how he wants to play. I think Jannik Sinner is playing the best tennis we've seen out of any player in this whole tournament, and I don't think that's up for debate at the moment. He's not dropping many sets, he's just playing clean tennis. He looks very smooth in the way he's going about his business, and I think that's a massive sign of what comes, like what he did with Ben Shelton today. getting the balls back, asking the questions of the opponent. He returned so well against Ben Shelton today, and he served so well, and he opened up that forehand. He is playing the best tennis we've seen at Wimbledon from the men's side of the draw, and that is a big, and as I said, a big reason is just his consistency. He's staying so consistent. He's hitting the balls back. He's getting everything back, and it's so impressive to see someone of his age, 22, 23 years old, to do and have this type of game at the moment. So yes, Jannik Sinner destroyed Ben Shelton today. As I said, the big part of that was his serve, and he needs to continue doing this. I think he will win Wimbledon. We have to wait and see what happens, but it was so key, that 1-2 punch, that return, nullifying his opponent's strengths early on, which is so key. He did that against Alcaraz in the French Open. He just couldn't get the job done. And we'll see what happens in the quarterfinals and leading on to the semi-final and maybe the final. And who knows, we'll do a video in a week's time of him lifting up Wimbledon and how he lifted up Wimbledon. But yes, make sure you like and subscribe in this content. Jannik Sinner looking the best player. Let me know if you think he is. I think he definitely is, and I don't think it's a debate, but let me know who else has been looking good. But yes, like this content, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in a bit. Peace.